Hey guys, today we're going to be going over how to build the 60-piece Nimbus shape. When we piece certain kits together, they can actually make double shapes or larger shapes. This particular one is going to be 60 pieces. That's using 2 kits. Today we're going to be representing the front side with the yellow, where the back side with the blue. Now remember, when we take a look at every single one of these pieces, every single is identical, and how we identify the front side is from left to right, you'll see a rise. How we identify the back side is exactly the opposite. From left to right, you're going to see a drop right there. Now, when we take a look at those instructions, we're going to see that the white is going to be represented by the front side, where the dark, the shaded ones, are going to be represented by the back side. So I have them laid out here just so that we can get a better handle on it. So let's start off with the first layer. The first layer of the Nimbus piece is going to be 5 of front pieces. Now remember, there's not only every piece is exactly identical, as the front is going to be left to right up, you're also going to be seeing that every piece has a straight and a bent corner. You'll see that on the opposite side as well, straight and bent. Remember that our rule is going to be, whenever we connect a front to a straight will always connect to a straight, and a bent will always connect to a bent. I'm going to swing that just to the left, just like that. And it's going to snap in very simply here. Now we're going to put 3 more pieces on this 5 base. 1, 2. We're going to start right from the top here, right where the bends are connected. I'm going to swing it underneath, and then I'm going to swing to the left. Now don't be afraid to bend the pieces, just like that. There's 3. Exactly the same thing. We're doing that with the 4th. It sweeps underneath and connects a straight to a straight right there. Exact same thing here. We're going to connect a bent to a bent, a straight to a straight, and then since this is closing off the 5 base, this straight will be going to this straight here. So we connect underneath, the left side, now connect this right side, that straight to straight right there. And we have a 5-piece shape just like that. The second layer of our Nimbus shape is going to be represented in the blue here. We're going to be using 10 of the back pieces. So this is how this is going to connect. It's not going to go 1 in each little valley here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's actually going to go 2 in each one of these little valleys. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I'll show you exactly how we're going to do that. Now the rule of connecting a straight to a straight and a bent to a bent only switches when we're going from front to back. And that's the case here. So we're not connecting straight to straight and bent to bent here. We're actually going to connect a bent piece to a straight piece and a bent piece to a straight piece. So you'll see I'm going to swing that underneath, the exact same as I did connect that underneath there. Now there's our first in the first little valley here. And same rule, since we're connecting a yellow to a blue and or a straight to a back, a front to a back, we're going to connect straight to back, or straight to bent, and then connect that there. You're going to see how that's going to come right along. We're just going to follow it around. Remember to count your pieces as you go. That's definitely going to help you out. Here's our third right here. We're going to go underneath this little valley, right at the point here. Bent to straight, just like that. Now, going right along, exactly as we did on the second piece, we're going to connect this little valley underneath here. Swing everything right underneath. Tuck, tuck, tuck. That blue connects to the blue, and then right here we have that bent going to the straight because we're going from yellow to blue. There's our 4th piece. Exact same thing here on our 5th piece. Underneath, tuck that right in. Once again, we're going to go straight to bent, bent to straight right here. So go ahead and connect that, tuck that underneath. It always goes underneath, guys. There's our 6th piece, just like that. Here's going to be our 7th and 8th. And I'm going to tuck this right in this little valley. I'm going to connect a bent piece right in this little valley of straights. I'm going to connect that in the middle, and then I'm going to come play with it over on the left side. And now I got to put my 8th piece right there. That bent is going to this straight. I'm going to tuck this right underneath here. And then now I'm going to connect this blue with this blue. Now remember that a blue with a blue is on the exact same layer, And that means, if blue with blue, that means we're originating with the straight to straight and bent to bent. It's only when we're going from blue to yellow and or front to back that we break that rule. Remember that. So it's going to break the rule when we're touching the yellow, but it's not going to break the rule when we're touching the blue. And here you can see it is going to be bent to bent, always connects, right? So find that little valley once again. We're going to put the blue right in there. We're going to tuck that right in, swing it to the left, and now we have our last piece, and it's going to go right here. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to grab the straight piece. It's going to go to this yellow's bent. Swing it underneath. Remember, always goes underneath, right there. And now this blue is going to that blue. And there you go. You have your second layer. Our second layer is that 10 pieces, right? Now this one's going to do a little something confusing, what typically shapes don't do, but when we make larger shapes, it starts to play around with flipping them on the same layer. So what we're going to look at is we're going to see that we have kind of like a little 5-star down here of yellow, right? We're going to find where one of the points are, and on this point right here, this is the one we're going to use, this hole is going to be a straight piece. So I'll show you. We're going to get a straight piece, and it's going to connect just like that. So you can see in that row on that NIMBUS that it's alternating. One is light, one is dark, one is light, one is dark. So I'm connecting it right there in the little valley. I'm going left side, I'm going right side. There's my connection there. So what that means when one is dark, one is light, one is dark, one is light on the same row is this is not going to be a front piece on this one. It's front, back, front, back, front, back. So there's our front. Now we need a back right next to it. So this is what we're going to connect. 1 there, 2 there, 3 there. So we're going to go tuck that underneath, tuck that underneath, and then grab this, and just like that. So there you have a straight back. Now right next to it is going to be a straight again. Just like that. It's going to go bent side down, and we're tucking it underneath. Left side, right side. Now let's go to that blue, which is the back side, correct? So we're going to go just like that. Now if you're going with all the same color, remember just to set out 30 of them on one side and then 30 of them on another side. I'm pretty sure this one is equal 30 and 30. So what I mean is set out 30 of them straight and then set out 30 of them back. So we did our blue on the last one. This next one's a front piece, which means once again what? The left to right we go up. So I'm going to connect that bent side down right in this little crevice, and then I'm going to go left side, and then I'm going to go right side. Next we're just going clockwise, right? Just going clockwise. We had a front here, now let's do a back here. We're doing straight side down, bent on the left side, bent on the right side. Now where are we at? Remember to count our pieces, that always helps us remember. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's our 7th. That's going to be a straight again, right? Or a front piece again. Bent side down, straight on the left, straight on the right. We're going to hit that blue again, that's the back side. Same thing. This is going to be a straight side down, bent right, bent left. Here's our last two. Here's our 9th right here. This is the last front piece. Bent side down, straight left, straight right. And here's our final hole that we're going to put our last back side in. So there's our straight corner there, and we're going to put that right in the crevice. And then I'm going to go bent to the left, and then finish it off with a bent to the right. There we go, and there's our 3rd layer down. You can tell it's alternating. Now we're at that 4th layer, and you can look at that NIMBUS, that 60-piece element shape, and see that the 4th layer, is all front pieces, right? So we have 10 front pieces. So we're going to be using all of the yellow, or in your case, just the ones that go from left to right up. And we're just going to connect it, and each one of these, I like to call these valleys and hills. Valleys and hills. And we're just going to connect it just one after the other. Remember to keep count. That will help us remember where we're at. So I'm putting that front side down. I'm putting a straight, bent, bent. There's our first connection. I'm going clockwise again. I always go clockwise, helps me remember where I'm at. Exactly the same way. We're going to go straight down. Left side is a bent. Right side is a bent. There's our second. Straight down. Left side is a bent. Tuck it underneath. Remember to always tuck it underneath. Right side is a bent. There's our third one. Here's our fourth. Straight down. Left side, bent. Right side, bent. That was our fourth one, right? Here's our fifth. So I'm just going clockwise. And now keep in mind that I am doing this shape with my small kits right now. You can do that with any of your shapes and you get varying different sizes of that exact same shape. Now here is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth one there. Here's our sixth. Bent down, straight, straight. I'm sorry, it was straight down and bent, bent. Don't let me confuse you there. Straight down once again, we're just going around and around. Straight down, left side was a bent, right side was a bent. Here is our eighth one, I believe. Yeah, it looks like our eighth. There we go. And I'm just going around and around and around. Straight down on our ninth. Left side's a bent, right side's a bent. There is our final one. And now you can see the interesting is that these are actually, you have like 5 little corners that are kind of close to each other but not quite touching. There we go, perfect. So now we're on our our fifth layer, which is virtually a mirror of our third layer, right? So this is how we're going to be looking at this. When we see our 5 little star down here, that's how we're going to kind of determine the line that we're in. You can see that the assemblies are kind of lined up. So the one right beneath it is a straight right here. That means that this one right in this corner has to be a straight as well. So this way is this row is the exact same thing as the third layer. It goes alternating. We got we got front, back, front, back, front, back. And where I'm pointing right now, right in between where it's open up and not really touching is where we're going to put that front. So we're going to start off with that first front piece just like this. We're going to put a bent down, and then a straight to the left, and then a straight to the right. And this is going to feel kind of weird, but once it connects, you'll see it connects just like that. So even if it doesn't work with you, just kind of wiggle it around a little bit, and you'll see that it actually starts to mold. So there was our first front piece. Right to the left of it, and this valley here, we're going to put the next back piece, which is 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put a straight down, and then you're going to have that bent go to the left, and then this bent go to the right, just like that. Now it looks weird, just bear with me and it'll start to take form here, okay? So we always go to the things to the 3 to the right of it, so it's going to be these 3, 1, 2, 3, and remember we're doing a front on this, so we're going to connect that bent right there, right to the middle, underneath, remember to always swing it underneath, connect this straight, right over here, and then this is actually going to be going to here. So kind of pull it and wiggle it, and you see it starts to take form just like that. You don't have to be too aggressive with it, just kind of let it mold on its own. So there was our second front piece. Now we're going to do our second back piece here, and you're going to be going to the right of it, the 3 to the right, 1, 2, and 3. So this straight here is going to go right underneath here. We're going to wiggle it in the middle, go to the left with that bent piece, go to the right with that bent piece. Now the next one, it's alternating. We have front, back, now we're at that front, right? So remember, we're going to be going to this center here with that bent piece down. Then this straight is going to be coming over here. And then this straight will be connecting over here. There we go. Next will be our back piece, straight down right here, bent to the left, bent to the right. Seems the back pieces go on a lot easier than the front pieces on this particular layer. Now we're on that 1, 2, and 3 right next to it. Bent piece goes to the middle, straight to the left, straight to the right. Remember to count where we're at. That'll always help us remember how many pieces go on this layer, because it is easy to lose track. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I just put on my 7th. So here is our 8, and remember this layer takes 10 pieces total. So I put on my 7th, here's our 8th one. Straight piece down to the 3 to the right of it, 1, 2, and 3, right to that middle. Bent goes left, bent goes right. So there was our 8th piece. Now our 9th piece is going to go right here, 1, 2, and 3, and remember we're alternating, so that'll be a front. Bent piece right in the middle. Now go ahead and swing that to the left. And then this will be going right here. Just kind of pull and push the inside there, and it will mold to what you need. Now our final piece is that backside piece. And now you're going to want to connect this straight right to the center right here. So we're going to go underneath, tuck it right in. This bent goes over here, and then this bent is actually going to be going right underneath here. So you're going to kind of push it to the center so it molds inwards, and then you're going to tuck it underneath there, just like that. So you can see our 5th layer is completely done. Our front sides, or our yellow sides, are kind of flatter, where our back sides, or our blue sides, are kind of lifting up a little bit. So we're on the 6th layer. The 6th layer is what you're going to see is all darkened pieces. It's all shaded pieces. So we're going to be using all of our blue, which is our backside pieces. And we're going to be putting 10 on this layer as well, okay? So you're going to see how it's going to come along. 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, 4 there, etc. Right? Let's start off with this little corner here. So we're just going to put this bent piece, tuck it right in there, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now this is going to be moving underneath here, and then this will be going right to the left of it. So you can see how that piece is coming on. And remember, we're just going to go clockwise, and we always just want to put it on the 3 right next to it. So this is the last one I connected, so it'll be 1, 2, and 3. So tuck it underneath this piece. Remember, it always gets tucked underneath. And then this is going to go underneath, tucked right there. And then this will be going to this yellow right over here. Now, this is the question here, right? Do we connect these last 2 blues here? And yeah, go ahead and do that. Connect those last 2 blues. So you're actually connecting every corner of this blue here, okay? We don't leave any open corners like typically. Now we're going to, here's the last one we put on. So it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Remember to tuck it right underneath. Swing it to the left. Here's our straight to the left. Here's our straight to the right. Backside again, we're on our 4th piece. It'll be, here's the last one we put on, so it's 1, 2, and 3. Bent goes down, but make it sure it's underneath. Bent goes down. Straight goes to the left. Underneath all of them. Straight goes to the right. Remember to connect every piece. Let's connect that top there. There we go, perfect. Here's our 5th piece. 1, 2, 3. Bent goes down. Straight goes left. Straight goes right. There's our 5th piece. Here's our 6th piece. Bent goes down. Tuck it right underneath that yellow there. Or the front side in your case. Straight goes left. Straight goes left. Or straight goes right. Bent goes down, straight goes left, straight goes right. That was our 7th piece. Bent goes down again, straight goes right, or straight goes left, straight goes right. You know, I actually forgot to connect these top 2 right here, so let's go back and do that real quick. Make sure to connect all 4 corners. There we go. There was our 8th piece. Now all we have to do is 9th piece and 10th piece. Connect that bent right down there, tuck it underneath. Straight goes left over here. Straight goes right. Perfect. Now our final piece is going to be just like that. And remember, we're connecting all corners. So let's go. Bent goes left, or bent goes down in the middle there. Straight goes to the right. Straight goes to the left. And now we connect that last final piece there. So here should be what we're looking at when the 6th layer is completed. Now this is where it will be getting pretty tight because it wants to close in on itself. So we're going to be using our last remaining front pieces, or yellows. And this is how it's going to be connecting. There's 5 more additional pieces. This will be connecting all 4 corners after the first one is laid out. So it'll be connecting 1, 2, 3, and then this bent right here will be connecting right in the center. So let's slide that bent right in the middle there from underneath. Now let's connect our left side straight, our right side straight. Now it won't connect all 4 corners yet because this is the first one, but on our second one you'll see. So it wants to start tucking in on itself, but you want to pull it back up, okay? Bent goes left, or I'm sorry, bent goes in the center here. We're going to go straight to the left side here where we just connected that last one. Straight to the right side here. And now you can see where we're going to connect them right there in the middle, those 2 bent pieces just like that. And now it's really going to start fighting you, trying to get in on itself. So if you can, go ahead and hold it in the center just to make sure that it doesn't want to start collapsing in on itself while you put this next one on. Remember, it's going to be bent right in the middle, left over here. It's going to be bent in the middle, and now we connect that straight to straight over here. There we go. So there's our 3rd piece down. And this is where I'll start fighting you a little bit, but the reward is well worth it. This is a wonderful shape. Bent in the middle, straight in the left, bent in the very center of everything. And then you're going to kind of pull up here just to make sure it doesn't fall in on itself. And then this is going to connect to this blue right down here. So there we go. We have that. Now you can see where our final piece is coming on. We're going to go bent, straight, but now keep in mind this layer has to be underneath this. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to tuck it in. So there's bent, there's straight. So I'll show you how I'm going to tuck it in here. I'm going to connect this bent first, right underneath, and then I'm going to grab there and tuck that right underneath there. And now you can see we have a couple pieces that are kind of bent in on itself. Just go ahead and grab them, pop them out just like that. Find all the little pieces that need to be popped out, like this blue right here. If it's concave, you can always just grab it, pull, and it kind of pops out on itself. And that'll make sure the shape is nice and robust. Now you can see that we have completed our 60-piece NIMBUS shape. It's almost like a star. If you set it on horizontally like this, it's kind of like a cloud. You can either use the top or the bottom. Typically there is no top or bottom actually. Or what you can do is you can use one of these little points to kind of hang it just like a star. So if you're going to hang it from one of these little points, what you want to do is take that cord we gave you and just pull off one of these little sides. Just pull it back. It gives you plenty enough room to drop that cord right inside, and then take that cord and tuck it in the center, and then lock that right back around until it pinches right on the center. Or you can do the same thing from the middle. Just keep in mind this middle was very tight, remember. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab it. We're just going to pull up just like that. Gives you a little bit of leeway to stick a bulb right inside of there, and then go ahead and tuck that right back in on itself. And that should be good to go. If you have any questions and concerns, just go ahead and give me a ring. Number is 520-308-2182. That's Imagine Lights, 520-308-2182. Or go ahead and check out the Facebook. Thank you guys so much.